We want to talk today about the modern approaches to employee engagement and what tools you can possibly use to help drive that engagement. In the audience, who in the audience has any form of digital signage to help drive conversions in their store? Just by a show of hands. Anybody? Just a few? How many people have any kind of a kiosk or any kind of way to allow people to tie the omni-channel to, or tie omni-channel sales to brick and mortar? Perfect. So let me ask one other question. How many people have trained their associates how to use it? Perfect. All right. So, long story short, in today's world, there's a lot of talk about employee engagement. But rather than sit here trying to talk to you about why, I want to talk to you about the hows and really how we justify the investment behind such solutions. So, I want to talk a little bit about turnover. Everybody knows in retail, turnover is exceptionally high. In some cases in retail, it surpasses 60% annually, which is a staggering number if you think about it. For a business that has 5 to 10, even 50,000 associates, that amount of turnover can cost millions of dollars on an annual basis. And so we've actually developed a tool that you can take. I don't know if you want to scribble it down right there, but it's a tool, a free tool. There's no obligation. There's no sales rep's going to call you or anything like that. It's an opportunity for you just to enter in the values from your own business and get your own score as to how much turnover is costing you on an annual basis. And you're going to be able to see very quickly that when people leave, you're spending millions of dollars doing nothing but just replacing the people that leave. So I encourage you just to take that and take a look and see what you find out. So I want to talk more about the how. So employee engagement is really built upon organizational culture. It's critical to understand what your culture is. Everybody knows what the term culture is. It's what a group of people define as what they repetitively do over and over again. It's critical to understand what your culture is and what obviously how your engagement is built upon it. We are what we repetitively do, and that's what defines a culture. Organizational culture is a group of employees' way of life. And so we want to talk about 3 core areas as to how you can strengthen the engagement of your employees. And those 3 areas are communication, recognition, and growth. First off is communication. What are you doing to drive communication? It's critical that communication be video-centric. It needs to be short, it needs to be timely, it needs to be searchable. You need to provide just-in-time information and job aids. If you're giving people the information they need, they're going to be able to do their jobs better. 64% of working employees that communication bottlenecks or a lack of information negatively affects productivity. So if they can't get that information, you can know that they are not going to be able to doing their jobs as well as they could be. So again, communication is absolutely critical with that just-in-time information and job aids. And when there's an opportunity for the amount of time to be decreased from the amount of time when decisions are made in the boardroom to go to the showroom, your employees feel more engaged, and there's a culture of loyalty and excitement across employees. The next thing is recognition. This is a key part of an engagement strategy. Of course, you can be communicated with. But if you're not recognized for your good behavior and for the talents you bring to the team, how long are you going to continue to exhibit such behavior? So it's critical that managers, especially on a local level, have the opportunity to recognize their employees. They give compliments and share excitement from other employees, because that again builds an incredible amount of engagement and excitement. And the thing that's great about this is that when people get recognized on a local level, especially by their manager or by their peers, they are going to want it over and over and over again. And their peers are going to want it over and over again. So rather than focusing on money as a motivational tool, you do it through recognition. And it's going to be you're going to have an effect that lasts a much longer time. There's a great quote. Many of you may be familiar with Dale Carnegie. People work for money, but go the extra mile for recognition, praise, and rewards. I'd encourage you to remember that, because again, recognition is something that continues to fuel people time and time again. The final thing is growth and development. It's critical that forward-thinking retailers and forward-thinking companies focus on the employee and training them on how to do their jobs better. We had a couple of people answer the question at the beginning about who has digital signage, who has kiosks, who has training and learning solutions, and who's training their associates to use such tools. It's critical that companies spend a lot of time and invest infrastructure into improving employees and strengthening the why am I here. And nothing frustrates a customer in a store than when they walk in and say, hey, I need a new pair of trainers, I need a new pair of jeans, I need this tool, I need this CD, I need this whatever. Retail associate stands there and shrugs. It's critical that we end the shrug, we end the I don't knows by providing sufficient education for employees. There's a great quote. It says, as companies look into advancement in their market, employee training is a crucial part of the company's growth. So I'd encourage you to think about growth and development opportunities and how you can tie those into your overall employee engagement strategy. There's lots and lots of leading technology providers out there that are providing great solutions to drive engagement on a local level. Solutions such as putting screens in the break room where people can get access to live video training. They can get recognition on a local level. They can see what's going on at the store level. There's great technology providers out there that are doing solutions just like this that are all cloud-based, that are easy to set up. Video-based on-demand training is also another rapidly growing tool. Video on demand would be a way that you can deliver training on a local level to people very, very quickly and easily by allowing them to take training when at a time that's convenient for them. So again, these are just tools that are out there existing in the marketplace, and it's critical to be able to look at opportunities to bring that kind of training into the store level. And then, of course, cloud-based training. Everybody can sit at a computer in a break room. They can sit in a training room, but that takes them off the store floor. So if you have people that are not on the store floor, they're not learning, they're not understanding how to engage with customers. They can learn all they want from a learning management system, but if they don't have that information at their fingertips when they need it, it's not going to do them much good, at least in the long term. So solutions that allow you to deliver that training to a mobile device in their hands on the store floor is critical, because then they can take it and understand solutions to problems that they have when the problem arises versus having to write something down, go into a training room, and take a training class. There's a very famous author, Kevin Kruse, one of the most recognized authors on employee engagement. Employee engagement is the emotional commitment the employee has to the organization and its goals. They don't work just for a paycheck or just for the next promotion, but work on behalf of the organization's goals. When employees care, they are engaged, they use discretionary effort. That's a key part, because if people are engaged, people are loyal to the organization, they're not going to be looking to one of your competitors to go work. They're going to stay with you. They're going to be a long-term employee, and they're going to be driving They're going to be driving better customer experiences, because at the end of the day, better customer experiences start with better training. So. All my contact information is up there. I'd love to continue the discussion on how you can drive engagement within your stores. Thank you.